Young and Associates out in the field. Jason, what's going on?
We've got a pad site, about 150 by 150 pad site that we're setting up. Actually, it's extra workspace. It's not a pad site. For one of the lines we're doing, we're going to go out here and stake out our points, mark up some paint dots, then we'll come back in and set our laths up for all the extra workspace. Put in any center lines coming through that workspace for the center line. And basically just get everything marked and ready for construction to come through and start clearing. Mosey, if you'll go ahead, we'll get to mark that up. I'll grab some wood and I'll catch up with you on that after this stuff. Here's one of my corners. My iron man, my instrument man running ahead of me has set for me. So we'll come in here and drop a single stick on this for right this second. And then, like I said, we'll come back here in just a minute. We'll box all this out, flag it up, paint it up, make sure everything's marked correctly, facing into the temporary workspace. And then they pretty much should know where they need to be and where they don't need to be. They've got permanent easements, temporary easements, extra workspace, and you have to kind of let them know what they've got. If you want to line me up at this point and that one and give me a line between those so I can start setting a box here, we'll go ahead and set a box so we can see what it looks like. Come here, let me show you a little something. This is something you forever got to watch out for. This just split in my fingers. This will bite you. It will take a finger and run a splinter right through it. You've really got to watch out for this stuff when you're hammering these laths. I've run a good splinter into my finger and everywhere else.
Any way to guard against that?
Better laths. Don't hit them so hard. Usually if you'll inspect your lath a little bit to make sure it's not cracked or split at the top to begin with, you'll have a little bit better chance. If you start hitting a hard surface, which is what I'm doing right now, I've either got a plate stone or something, some hard ground right below me. Be real careful about beating the stew out of it because it'll splinter and break all up. And if you're holding it, you'll run it right into your finger. You always want your writing facing to the inside of your easement. That way it can be easily read, and if somebody's on the outside of that easement, they can't read it. You know they shouldn't be out there. Now, a lot of times when you first paint these, you can't hardly read the writing that's on them, but within just a few minutes of drying, this black will break through pretty much whatever color you put on it, and you'll be able to easily read it. You want a good looking box, you want it all straight, you want all your laths pretty much as level with each other as you can. You don't want to drive a lath halfway into the ground and then have the other two up above it. It just doesn't look very professional. Now some people flag them first and paint them. Some people paint them and flag them. Really just depends on what kind of mood you're in. Generally I actually flag them and then paint them so I don't get all over them and get paint on me, but you've actually got certain methods to doing this, the way to hold this stuff to where it doesn't fall. You've got wrap under techniques to pick these up. On the bottom, if you'll wrap over here, you'll keep your flag pulled straight to the bottom. Pull a quick turn around. Now we'll have 3 more of these on each side of this temporary workspace to box it out real well. If it's a wide box space, you may set a couple of lines, set you a couple of labs between these boxes so they can clearly define where the line of that box is.